with my speed, everyone was always telling me to just go and start doing tracks. After watching the London Olympics and just showing like how great my country was and just seeing what we were capable of doing, like it just got me inspired, and I just wanted to get onto track straight away. I was able to get some international races out in the 60 as well, just to help lead me forward towards it, because some people started hearing my name, and then the time popped. I honestly didn't know I was capable of even like doing something like that, but when it happened, like it was an amazing feeling. Then leading to a successful outdoor season, I was running closer to around my PB, and then towards the end of the summer, it just kind of finally happened, and I was just hungry and determined. I really wanted it, and then when I finally got second place, I was just happy to be on that team.
So you started athletics in 2012?
Yeah, that's
right.
Did
you do any in school?
No, not really. The only thing close to athletics I did in school was probably sports day, but besides that, no, I did nothing like that. I was just doing a lot of football.
Because I saw your first 100 meter competition was you ran a 10.9.
No, do you know what it is? My first, okay, so I don't know. I remember my first 60. I ran like 7.06 at Crystal Palace. I remember that day because it was so cold. Like I wasn't used to it. And then I think my first 100, I ran 11.1, and I think it was in Kingston. It was either the track in Kingston or it was the track in Hercules Wimbledon, I believe. It was one of those two, or maybe even Surrey.
I had a little look on your profile, and it said it was Eton maybe that you ran 10.9.
Yeah.
But it looked like you ran it in say April 2013.
I think when I ran the 10, I remember running that 10.9. I can't remember if it was legal or not, but I do remember it was one of the last races towards my season, so it was more leading towards the end.
Okay. Because I was about to say, like, for your first ever 100 meters to run 10.9 is something really impressive.
Wow, thank you. I mean, I was 16 at the time, and I guess even for me, I personally think running that towards the end was still something quite good, or something for myself to be proud of. But around the times, I think I went to my first English schools that year, and I came fifth or fourth, maybe even sixth. I'm not sure, but I definitely was in the top three. But I remember like just getting the whole environment, just going with other schools, and then like I was quite nervous at the time, but it was exciting. But then ending up on that 11 seconds or 10.9 was great. It's a great feeling.
And so what kind of training were you doing leading up from say 2012 to that 10.9 at the end of the season?
I'd say personally, I wasn't doing a lot. I was probably training twice a week, maybe, because I remember on some days I'd have football practice, and then I remember on Tuesdays and Thursdays evening, Hercules Wimbledon track, there'll be sessions from like 6 to 8 or 6 to 7. So I wasn't doing a lot of stuff, and then I was just kind of just keeping proactive in my own spare time because I just liked to do it.
And after you ran for Hercules, you then went to Oakland's College with Brian Freckelton.
Yeah, that was an interesting story. I had applied for places like Kingston, Esher, Richmond, and then around a week before, I got a message from Brian, and well, he was like, I really like appreciate your talent. Like, I can see like we can take you somewhere far. Like, I'm gonna show you to this place called Oakland. So I remember me and my mom, we went up on the weekend and looked at the facilities. I was amazed. I didn't really know someone like this existed. And then I just thought, if I really want to take this athletics thing seriously or get to that next step of taking it seriously, I had to commit myself. And I just thought, you know, just get out of London and just try and knuckle down and just see what it's like.
And Oakland's has a lot of talented sprinters. Is the program a fairly new one?
Do you know what? I don't think the program is that new. I think the program is more or less where it's coming from. I think Ryan gets a lot of his programs from people he either talks in America or people all the stuff he does himself. He used to be part of the bobsleigh team, so he's a very technical man. He knows a lot of the mechanics when it comes to sprinting. So I think leading up to it, he just found the right components, the right people he wanted to bring into it, and then from that athletics program, we've had quite a few successful sprinters come out of it, and it's been good so far. Hopefully, it'll just keep coming through.
So I think the two of the best sprinters at the moment, OJ and Odie Edgarine, and Reese Prescott came from Oakland as well.
Yeah, they did. They were there a year, maybe a year or two before me. But yeah, they went there. People like Richmond Miller, myself, Ruben Arthur, Tommy Ramdan. I'm trying to think of loads of other sprinters that's come through. Nick Stewart. See, my mind's gone blank. I haven't mentioned it. I'm sorry. But there's loads of sprinters, boys and girls, that have come through in the rankings from Oakland, and I think it's just because getting to that age, because everyone's coming through around 15, 16. So I think it's just getting to that point where people are first starting to use the weights. So I think it's kind of like getting to know your body better, and obviously everyone's body's a bit different. Someone might run a fast time straight away, and some people might progress a bit slower just because they're not used to the type of conditioning or the type of extra work they have to do. Because for me personally, I remember for my first year I found it quite hard, but I love the challenge because I went from training twice a week to training to 5 to 6 times a week. So it was a big step up for me. I was constantly tired, but the fact that I knew that I was able to stand out in the country, well, I was able to somewhat stand out and get into finals and stuff like that, it just meant like the work was not at fault.
And in 2015, I believe you had your first GB junior call-up.
Yeah, we went to Eskilstuna in Sweden. I was there for the relay team. At the time, I was disappointed I didn't get to run, but at the time, I was happy to be on the team and I was happy to participate and just get into that environment.
And you've run a phenomenal time in 6:56 in 2016. And then you ran 10:22 outwards. Can you tell us about your most successful season?
Okay, leading into that point, I think I just finished college and I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to go to uni straight away, so I decided that I'll take this year out just to dedicate everything to track while having a little side job to keep myself afloat. And I was able to just get some races. And the thing is, it's a lot easier when you're just focused on track and you don't have to worry about certain other implements. It's a lot easier to cover, it's a lot easier to run fast, it's a lot easier to be happy in the whole prospect. So I was able to get some races for the 60 here, and then I was able to get some international races out in the 60 as well, just to help the lead me forward towards it, because some people started hearing my name, and then the time popped. I honestly didn't know I was capable of even doing something like that, but when it happened, it was an amazing feeling. Then leading to a successful outdoor season, I was running closer to around my PB, and then towards the end of the summer, it just kind of finally happened, and something just kind of clicked. So that was probably I'm just kind of trying to reenact something like that towards this season and for the next seasons, of course. But yeah, it's just something that I'm happy, but I'm not really satisfied. I know that I should be doing way better at where I am now, and I just look forward to breaking the PBs and just running faster and being more consistent.
And in 2017, you ran 6:59 and 10:33, so you didn't run quite as fast. What do you think the main difference was between the 2 years?
I think personally, university, I'm personally someone that finds it a bit difficult. I'm not the best with my time management. I've got a lot better, but I think at the time it was just kind of having to mix lectures in with racing, and then having to go abroad and having to study abroad, and then sometimes when you want to go do stuff, you're tired. And I'm not trying to make excuses for me personally, but I think getting into that, it's very exhausting when you first start off, and now I'm kind of trying to find a balance up to it now. But I think university and there's other commitments, which is what the difference is. When you're doing track, there's a difference between a person who's just committed to track 100% and someone who has track and then has a job or has work or has studies or has other little implements adding onto it.
And this indoor season, we had, I'll ask you about the 2017 one. Fifth at the European Champs. Can you tell us about that experience?
It's funny because leading up to it, I was saying, me and my coach and I were saying, we both know that you're capable of going to trials and coming top two. It's just whether you want to do it. It's whether you think you can do it. And I remember starting off, it was a rocky start. I think I started off with 6'7" or high 6'6", and then just leading on to it, I just kept on knocking it down, and I was just hungry and determined. I really wanted it. And then when I finally I got second place. I was just happy to be on that team. And then when finally being there, it's funny just because it's in a different country, but the environment isn't that different compared to a race here. Like it's just obviously just a bigger crowd. Just you see people that you see on TV. So obviously, I think you're not starstruck, but it's kind of taking you back. You're kind of like, wow, like I'm actually here. And getting into it, I was feeling confident. And I remember going into it, my coach was just saying, Theo, you've never been in a situation like this. You need to go 100%, like all out. Like you can't hold back. You don't want to get caught, like you don't want to get caught off guard or anything like that. So I remember going for the rounds for the heats and semis. I felt good. For the final, I felt a bit fatigued and nervous, but I think hearing the false starts and stuff like that, I started thinking about, I just don't want a false start. I've got this far. I'm coming fifth in the final. Was like, I can be 100% honest. Anyone who knows me, I was not happy with it at all. Like, I knew within myself that I could have potentially won it, or I could have potentially got a medal. I was quite disappointed, but then looking back in retrospective, not a lot of people have done something that I have, so I guess you got to find good things out of the bad, but overall I wasn't 100% satisfied with it. But I was happy to get the experience and meet up new people and get to know what it feels like to be in a senior team and to see the difference in environment.
Because it looked like you got out okay in that race, and then sort of about halfway you switched off a bit,
yeah.
And then because when you hit the back, you were sort of slowing down already, so it looked like you were slowing down.
Yeah, I remember I was just I wasn't trying to switch. I was trying to just go through the movement and just relax a bit because I felt like I was too tense. Leading to that, it takes like a millisecond or a second just like that to switch off, then everyone kind of just went past me. So I think it was just a lack of inexperience and a lack of how to deal with the high pressure situations. I probably felt like I was tired, obviously, or I felt tight. But I'm not trying to make excuses. At the end of the day, the better man won on the day. And I just have to take back from what I learned and how I dealt with that. And hopefully I can just implement it towards bigger competitions in the future.
And what do you think about how indoor athletics is viewed as opposed to outdoor athletics? The amount of coverage you get?
I mean, I understand it. I can understand that some people won't necessarily know about it, but I think they more or less get somewhat of the same love or the same views. But then again, I reckon when it comes to indoors, a lot of people only really care about outdoors, so it's just kind of thinking like, oh, that's great, you can do this here, but what can you do in 100, what can you do in 100, what can you do in like in the big major champions where it really matters. So I think it gets the fair amount of retrospect or respect that it deserves, but I reckon there's probably maybe a little bit more we could do something for it. I'm not 100% sure what, but for indoors to outdoors, and indoors I see it is something to prepare you for outdoor season. So it's just one of those things where you just gotta take it in hand and stride and just hopefully leading to a good indoor season leads to a good outdoor season.
Well, you've run 6:56. You've run 6:56 indoors, 10:23 outdoors. CJ Oja has only run marginally faster indoors, but yeah, he's run sub 10. What do you think you still need to do to run sub 10?
I don't know. First of all, me and CJ are two completely different people. That guy's he's very talented, he's very hard working. So I think personally for me, I just need to practice and I need to implement certain fields that I'm not 100% on. I just need to get better on my finishing. I need to get a bit more strength, maybe a bit more power, and just put it on the track. And I think consistency and practice, I think it's more of a thing where you need to practice on how you race in training, how you need to be out there and how to get ready. So in the end of the day, I'm not too stressed about it. Like, it'll come within my own time. Everyone's different, and when it clicks, it'll click.